I got two questions to start this video off. Number one, why are the Lions waiting till March Madness begins to start signing every cornerback in the NFL? And then, I mean, like, it's kind of getting funny. You remember a couple of years ago when Troy Weaver, the GM of the Pistons, just signed every center, and all of a sudden we had like 6 centers? Well, the Lions are up to like 7 or 8 corners on their roster. So they're just getting every cornerback that they possibly can. We're going to talk about that in this video. Before we get to that, I asked it on the video yesterday, and I'm going to ask it again. We are 1.5 days into the tournament. Is your bracket busted? As of recording this at 4:38 p.m., it'll be recorded and put live at 7 p.m. My bracket has yet to be busted. And yes, I can proudly say Michigan won last night. Not pretty, but they won, and that's all that matters. Survive in advance. That's what we're looking for here, and we'll see what happens. Anyways, let me know if your bracket is busted. The Detroit Lions have gone out, and they have a new player. They have come to an agreement with veteran cornerback Avonte Maddox. If you're not sure who this guy is, he has spent his entire career with Philly. He has spent his entire career with the Philadelphia Eagles. Honestly, it's kind of impressive. In that time, he has played in 81 games, 7 seasons, 81 games. He's made 41 starts. Like, this is a player who has played. 36 passes defended, 4 interceptions, 8 forced fumbles, 3 sacks, and 270 tackles. Now, he's only 5'9". He's 184 pounds. All right, but he is kind of that mold that the Lions look for, that physical, undersized corner who isn't afraid to get involved in the run game. You got DJ Reed now. You got Amik Robertson. You've got Avonte Maddox. They've just gone out. They've gotten a bunch of different players. So these are kind of one of those things that we look at, and I'm just like, man, oh, man, what's going on? So as we look at that Rock Yes-In we have a very full roster, but I want to give you a little bit better idea of who he is. I want to give you some of the physical profile of it, and then I want to give you some of the other things as well. So PFF, he had a couple of good years a couple of years ago in Philly. His play has not been nearly as much. He had his 2 best years. I mean, it was in 2021 and 2022, and since then. But here's what I like. I want to look at his athletic profile. If you're newer to this channel, what you know is that around this time of year, I start pulling up RAS scores, relative athletic score. And basically what the RAS score does is it tells us how athletic a player is in comparison to other players at his position who have tested. This is all combine testing. All right. This was from his Pittsburgh Pro Day. Now, he has an 8.86. It's very difficult to do that when your size grade is very poor. At 5'9", 184, he is considered a very small corner. All right. That hasn't stopped him from playing in the NFL. His explosion grade was good. His agility grade was elite, a 9.34 and a 9.91, which means he was in the 93rd and 99th percentile in his agility drills. He's a sub 4.4 guy. I just want to talk about that. And so his short burst is elite, fantastic for playing nickel corner. And what you will see, there's a couple of drills, that 3-cone, that short shuttle, and that 10-yard split are really, really helpful. What you also see is being able to turn his hip and run downfield. He has good long speed as well. I was really, really impressed by that. So I always like when we get guys in here that have that really good athletic profile, because, yeah, maybe they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they can absolutely hold firm on that. So again, I think this is a good one. I think when I looked at our roster last year, it felt like you had a bunch of guys who were naturally better outside corners than anything else. Naturally better outside corners than anything else. So when I look at that, I see a couple of things. I see Amik Robertson, who, even though he's small, was clearly better when he was moved outside. I see Ennis Rakestraw be injured. He played in the slot because he was good at it, but he's naturally more of an outside corner. Obviously, Terrion Arnold is going to be an outside corner. So, like, that is what we're looking at. Who is going to play in the nickel? Did we find a guy that might be the best nickel. I don't know. I don't know. I doubt it, but at least he's a guy that you can throw in there and you can be confident that he's not going to lose you football games. All right, now I want to talk about something else. A rule that I think we all have to be obvious. Now, the Detroit Lions have made now 3 rule proposals. And I want you to see them right here. And I want you to let me know which one you agree with here, or all of them, or just say 1, 2, or 3, or none, or whatever. Here's what they want to see. They want defensive holding and illegal contact to no longer carry with an automatic or carry with them an automatic first down for the offense. So if you have a defensive holding, an illegal contact, these things happen all the time. Oftentimes they have no bearing on the play. Sometimes they do. They're 5-yard penalties usually that then result in an automatic first down. Pass interference, totally get. Illegal contact, I struggle with. I don't think it should be that. Defensive holding, I think it should come with either an automatic first down or a 10 yards. Like that just makes sense to me. Number 2, they want playoff seeding based on overall record instead of giving division winners the top 4 seeds automatically. This is the no-brainer for me. Last year, we saw this with the Lions and Vikings. One of those teams was going to be 14-3 and immediately put down to the 5th seed. They weren't going to get a home game, even though they played phenomenal. And apparently it was their fault that they played in a great division. No, that's not a thing. It should be based on the record. And I think you would have seen the Lions completely change it and change what they would have done. They would have been the 2 seed, but they were working so hard to get that 1 seed toward the end of the year. And I think they ran out of gas, if I can be completely honest. But it wasn't just that. The Rams and the Bucks at 11-6 and 10-7 were able to chill, while the Lions and Vikings had to duke it out because it was home field versus not. That is absolutely not okay. I'm out on that. They always say they want players who are placed on IR before the season not to count against the 90-man roster during the season. This is the preseason. It's your active 53-man roster plus practice squad plus IR. I don't care about that one, but whatever. It just lets you get more players in camp, which is kind of cool and allows you to have more people practicing. That one doesn't seem to have a big, impact either way. But I think and let me know if you think I'm wrong, but the playoff seeding one makes a ton of sense to me. So again, Lions continue to get good value in free agency. Love it. I absolutely love it. So anyways, that's all I got for you on this video. Hope your bracket is doing well. And we'll see you on the next one.